Hi yogis, this is Rachel Dooley here. I'm going to be guiding you today through a gentle vinyasa flow style yoga practice that is perfect for a beginner or a practitioner that is looking to slow down and return to basics. I will give you many different cues and modifications to make this practice suitable for you, but what I encourage my students to do always is to really listen to what you need in each given moment, to try and stick with following your own breath and using your breath and your intuition as a guide through the practice, and my words simply as support. So if you have blocks at home, they would be an awesome prop to use today. I will give you options to use blocks. If you don't have blocks with you, I'm going to be using pillows today. So try to grab two pillows that are fairly firm, and they can help support you in different postures. So let's get started. We're going to begin the practice laying on our backs. Some options that you have to begin would be to bring your feet to the earth with your knees directed up toward the ceiling. This is a great place to begin if you have any kind of pressure in your lower back, any kind of pinching or pain when the legs are extended. You always have the option of extending legs, taking Shavasana just a little bit early in the practice. Or if you'd like, Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing your soles of feet to touch. Allow your knees to splay wide. And especially at the beginning of the practice, I like to slide my toes right down toward the end of the mat, so I have a longer diamond shape that my legs make. And that just creates a more gentle approach to the posture for my hips. If you have blocks or pillows, you can also bring the pillows or blocks underneath of the knees on each side for support. And as you arrive in this shape, your shape of choice, resting flat against the earth, let your hands gently fall by your sides or on top of your body somewhere, resting against your belly or your heart. Perhaps your eyes close or you find one soft gaze on the ceiling above you. Begin to notice your surroundings, the temperature of the air against your skin. Notice the feeling of anything and everything that supports you. Your mat, prop, the floor, and the earth itself. Check in with any sounds that are present around you. Perhaps first by noticing those sounds that are most apparent and obvious, the sound of my voice, the sound of your own breath. And then beginning to look for sounds that are more subtle or seem far off. What can you hear if you really pay attention? Notice any smells that are present, any lingering tastes that are held in your mouth. You might swallow a few times. And then draw your awareness inside. Notice how you're feeling from the inside out. And notice if that feeling is any different from when you first laid down on your mat today. feelings will evolve and change as everything does through your yoga practice today. I encourage you to become aware and connected to how you're feeling in each given moment. Notice how you're feeling in each posture. Notice patterns that come up for you over and over again. Use this time today on your mat as an opportunity to listen and to get to know yourself better. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let a long sigh escape from your mouth. Deep breath in. Sigh out. Now the biggest breath you've taken all day long. And let it go. Remain in stillness for as long as you want or need, or begin to add in natural movement, maybe wiggling out your fingers or your toes, circling hands, wrists, ankles, and feet. If your knees were splayed wide, bring your hands to the outer thighs. Use the support of your hands to draw your knees to connect and close. And then if you had any props, place them off to the side and out of the way. We'll meet with knees drawn up and into chest. Wrap yourself up. Give yourself this great big hug, little squeeze. Forehead draws up and in towards your knees. Slowly release head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat. Bring your arms off to your side, and then allow your knees to flop over to the left. If you notice that your hips shifted off to the left as well, just scoot them back in line with your shoulders. Take your gaze out over your right shoulder for a supine twist. It may feel nice to keep the arms resting against the earth, or if you'd like, bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Just allow the hand to rest, serve as a gentle weight. Or if you'd like, begin stroking up and down the leg, providing a gentle massage for yourself. Notice your breath and how it's changed as you have entered and settled into a posture. See if you can allow each inhale to be deep and full, and each exhale to mirror the inhale and length. If it helps, you could give your breath a count or a label. As you breathe in, repeat in, and out, repeat out. And then with both palms resting flat against the earth, draw your knees up and into your chest. Wrap your arms to the front of your shins. Take little rocks side to side. And then find the twist in the opposite direction. Knees drop off over to the right. Hips might scoot slightly over to the left. Bring your gaze towards your left shoulder, hands to the earth, or right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Resting gently, or massaging up and down from knee to hip. Find your breath. Observe your breath. Be with your breath. Palms to the earth. Brace your core. Draw knees up and into your chest. Flex your feet up toward the ceiling to find happy baby. Bring your arms inside of your knees and then take your hands to the outer edges of your shins or your ankles. If you can access the blade edge of your feet, reach up perhaps for the blade edge of your feet. But if you notice when you do that your tailbone rises up significantly up off of the mat, just take a grip a little bit lower down. Allow the gentle encouragement of your biceps to draw your thighs toward the earth, just outside the torso. Keep your sacrum resting flat. You might invite in gentle rocks side to side here too. Feel the stretching sensation through your hips. Release your hands from your ankles. Cross your ankles and bring your hands to the back of your thighs. Begin to rock and roll forward and back on your spine, creating momentum to find your way up to a seat. And if the rocking and rolling doesn't quite work for you, then just find your way up to your seat and meet me there. We'll meet with one ankle crossed in front of the other, Sukhasana, an easy seat. Bring your hands to rest down at your thighs. Lengthen up through your spine, stack shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Draw your right ear towards your right shoulder and lengthen out through the left side of your neck. Maybe this is a place where you close your eyes and you begin to send breath into the space in your body where you feel the stretching sensation the most. For me, this means it's the left side of my neck. Option to stay just as you are, or option to bring your right hand to the earth, begin crawling your right fingertips off and over to the right side. You may choose to stay here if you found a sensation that works for you, or sweep your right arm up and over. Bring it to rest just gently above the left ear. My hands resting lightly as opposed to pulling or forcing. It's serving as a weight. Drawing my right ear closer to my right shoulder. Another option for enhancing the posture is crawling left fingertips off over to the left side, feeling a deeper stretching sensation. Release your right hand down. Draw your gaze up to neutral, and then tick-tock your head side to side. Roll out head, neck, and shoulders. And just notice what space you created in your physical body there. Observe a difference between left and right side. And then slowly draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Hands to thighs. I'll guide you through once again in steps, but you know where we're going. So if you found a place that worked for you on the other side, it may work here, or you may find something new. Left fingers crawl out first. Stay, or bring your left arm just above the right ear, resting gently. Stay, or crawl your right fingertips out, feeling that stretching sensation enter all the way through the right side of your neck, into your right shoulder perhaps, maybe into tricep. That's where I'm feeling it. Slow, steady breath. And gently release. Left hand down, right hand down. Move your head. Roll your shoulders. Find free movement. Ask yourself, what would feel good? What do I need right here? And then allow your shoulders to fall down your back. So in the practice of yoga, breath is extremely important. I might say it is the most important part of the practice, but that's just my opinion, the physical practice. So what I encourage you to do as you move today is to make sure that you are breathing. And if you ever find yourself in a posture where you're kind of resisting the breath or you're holding your breath just to make the posture happen, see if you can back out of the posture a bit, find the breath, and then re-enter or just stay where you were. So we're going to work to cultivate a strong fluid-like breath together now and creating a union between our breath and our movement. That's what the term vinyasa means, a linking of breath and movement. So we'll start with really simple movements, and as we progress through class, we will add on more challenging sequences that will help to challenge balance and enhance strength and promote flexibility in the body. We'll begin simply by flipping palms up to the sky. Take an inhale and reach your arms long to the sky. Lift your gaze up towards your hands. On your exhale, let your hands fall down by your sides. Inhale, arms reach and lift. Exhale, arms fall. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, arms fall. Inhale, arms sweep high. Listen carefully. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue like this. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll keep moving. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, twist to your right. Bring your right hand down behind you, your left hand to right thigh. Keep the length through your spine and draw chin to right shoulder. Take an inhale in stillness. Think of lengthening the back of your body. As you exhale, twist a little further through your mid-back, your thoracic spine. Take an inhale, unfurl, reach your arms high, energy through your fingertips, gaze up. Exhale, twist left, right hand, left thigh, hand behind you, chin to left shoulder. Pause in stillness, deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unfurl, reach your arms high. Exhale, hands fall by your side. Extend your legs nice and long. Flex through your soles of feet so that your toes are directed back in toward your nose. Bring your hands down to the earth beside you. Press into your palms. Try to lengthen the back of your body. Draw your belly button up and in. Engage your core. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, begin hinging forward right from your hip points. Try to keep that back as flat as possible. When you can no longer reach, hinge around forward and let your hands rest outside of your legs or at your shins, your ankles, or your feet somewhere. We're in a seated forward fold. You might feel this more through your lower back, maybe in your hamstring. If it helps, you can always bend through your knees. Make it feel just a little more passive or subtle in your body. Let your head hang heavy, your chin rest against your chest. It may feel nice to rock the head from side to side here. And then taking an inhale, come to Raj, reach your arms over high. Exhale, hands to heart. Find your way into tabletop onto hands and knees. Swing the legs around. Spread nice and wide through your fingertips. Press into each fingertip. Let your shoulders rest. Find a space to rest just above your wrist and allow your hips to stack above your knees. Take an inhale, drop your belly down to the ground, draw your heart through and lift your gaze. On your exhale, round through your spine, press your hands into the earth, tuck your tail and chin. Keep moving like this. Inhale, cow posture, belly drops, heart draws through, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine, tuck chin and tail. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more on your own. Don't let me rush you or slow you down. Follow your breath. When these 3 cat-cows feel complete in your body, find a resting place in child's pose. Your big toes touch, your knees splay wide, sit bones over heels, reach your arms forward. Allow your forehead to come rest against your mat. Notice how the sensation of breathing changes when you're in this shape. Notice where in your body you're feeling your breath most here. And notice what happens when you deepen your breath. Can you breathe all the way up through the back of your body? Can you feel your ribs expand? Know that child's pose is always yours. It's a place that you can return to at any point throughout the practice. It's a place you can remain in through the duration of the practice. Find that shape itself. Child's posture allows me a moment to really slow down and to really turn inward, not just physically, but in the mind too. If there is a personal intention that you'd like to set for your practice today, in child's posture, do so. Maybe rocking your head from side to side, massaging the space right between your eyebrows. Set an intention based on a desire that you would like to fulfill. A way that you might like to feel, maybe your reason for choosing to show up to the mat today. And then each time we return through child's pose, I encourage you to revisit this intention. With arms extended forward, begin to crawl your hands over to the left side. Reaching hands off of your mat, keep drawing your right shoulder down toward the earth. Take an inhale, reach a little further through your fingertips. On your exhale, draw your heart closer toward your mat. Begin to crawl your hands through center. Take them to the right. Long through both sides of your body. Stretching sensation deep through left side of rib cage. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Crawl your hands through center. Press into your palms. Come to rise through table. And from here, tuck your toes. So with fingers spread nice and wide, you'll want your gaze right between your hands. Press into your hands. Press into the tips of your toes, the balls of your feet, and lift your knees to a hover, just about an inch or two. So as you float your table, try to think of the crown of your head drawing forward, your heels driving back in space, your belly button up and in. Nothing moves much. These are energetic cues. So nothing in your body moves much, but it will make the posture feel just a little bit different. This is a place where you might be holding your breath or clenching your jaw. So if you can keep your breath fluid, know that this is temporary. And then begin to press into your hands. Draw your chest towards your thighs. Then start to lengthen out your legs to find downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet. Sway hips side to side. And just depending on your personal physical anatomy, your heels might never touch the earth. They might stay lifted. Mine will stay lifted, at least for now. And then you may keep a bend in your knees as well. What we're going for is as much length through the back of the body as possible. Allow your head to hang. Nod your head yes, shake it no. And then take your gaze up toward the top of your mat. Lift your heels as high as they can go. Bend your knees and begin tiptoeing your feet forward. When you can no longer step, become light through your fingertips. Come into a standing forward fold ragdoll. Take hold of opposite elbow. Let your head hang heavy through your triceps. Feet firmly planted on your mat, sway to the right and to the left. Release your hands down, fingertips graze the earth, or you can bring your hands to the front of your shins, even the front of your thighs. Take an inhale and lift halfway. Try to lengthen through the back of your body. Exhale to fold and round forward. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. With knees bent and hands hanging heavy, slowly begin to round your way up to standing to find mountain posture. The shoulders, head, and neck will be last to arrive. When you get there, roll out your shoulders a few times. And then reverse the circles, roll your shoulders the opposite way. Take your gaze down towards your feet. Make sure feet are at least hip-width distance for a really nice, stable place to balance. And then rock forward and back through your feet. Feel your weight into your heels, into the balls of your feet, heels, woo, and balls, and just notice the difference. And then try to root down through each of those places, all 4 of those places. Ball, ball, heel, heel. Your toes might lift up off of the mat, and then replace each one down back onto the mat. Feel this firm connection between your feet and the earth. And then draw your hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Long sigh out. On your inhale, sweep your arms high. Connect your palms, lift your gaze. And exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding on, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Keep going like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. In, half lift. Out, fold. In, rise. Out, hands to heart. In, arms high. Out, fold. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Hands to heart. On your inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale to fold forward over your legs. Take one more half lift. On your exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Bend your knees to do this, and then step your feet back. Come into a high plank pose, a pose as if you're about to do a push-up. Take an inhale, shift your weight forward, and then bring your knees to the earth. Slowly lower down to your belly. Try to keep your elbows pointing back in space. Draw your chest toward the ground. Keep your elbows pinned in towards your rib cage. Take an inhale and then let's lift up through your chest for cobra pose. Exhale to press back into child's balasana. Inhale, rise through tabletop. Exhale, find your way into downward dog. So we'll move through that series of postures several times. Each time I'll give you new options to add things in. But if you like that way, you can stick with that version the entire time. We'll all gaze forward to the top of our mats. Lift heels, bend your knees, and then step forward. Lift halfway. inhale, rise, reach overhead. So these are variations of sun salutation A. Take an inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. So same options as before. Or keep your knees lifted this time. As you shift forward, slowly lower one long line to your belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale into child's or right into downward facing dog. Tucking toes, engage core, press your way back, hips high. If you found your way to child's, take an inhale to rise through table and exhale into down dog, where we'll all gaze forward, lift heels, bend knees, tiptoe, or step forward. Lift halfway. Fold down. Rise all the way up. Reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Option to lower to your belly like a plank, or ground your knees. Slowly lower only halfway down. Pause. Never let your shoulders drop below your elbows. From here, press your hands into the earth. Draw your heart forward. Press into the tops of your feet and bring your thighs off of the mat. Find your way into child's or down dog, where we'll stay for 8 full cycles of breath. This is your reminder to return to your intention. Maybe you also use this stillness as an opportunity to check in with yourself, your emotional well-being, where you stand now, what has evolved or shifted or changed as you've moved and breathed and found a deeper sense of connection to yourself and the present moment. In your own time, come to rise first up through tabletop, and then we'll walk the hands in toward the knees to come into a high kneeling position. We'll step the right foot forward first to come into a low lunge. So your left knee will stay connected onto the mat. Your hips will stay in line with your knee for now, your right knee tracking over your right ankle. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up. Roll your pinkies in and your thumbs out as you draw your shoulder blades down your back. Draw your belly button up and in, and really press into the right foot. Engage through your right quad. Maybe you take your gaze up toward your hands to challenge your balance. Look toward the sky. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, bring your hands down to the earth. You can tent up onto your fingertips. If you have a great deal of flexibility through your hamstrings, you may be able to connect your palms to the ground. Or if you have props with you, blocks or pillows, they can be really helpful here. They'll come outside of your right foot. And then just provide like a little bit of height. You'll bring your fingertips toward whatever they're resting on. The pillows or the earth. And then start to draw your heart forward and lift up through your gaze. And then with your hands connected to your pillows, your blocks, or the ground, walk your hands back. Try to lengthen through your right leg for half splits. So notice how my hips stay stacked over my knee rather than sinking down. This will feel like a little bit more work, but it'll provide a really nice stretch through the back of your right hamstrings and strengthening through your left quad. Try to allow this stretching sensation to come from your right toes flexing in towards your nose. And your right leg does not have to become completely straight. Maybe there is a bend in your knee that remains. this posture feels like you're really getting into something, or it feels really good in your body, you can stay. Or if you'd like, walk forward and back using the assistance of the props or not. Mine aren't working too great, so I'm going to put them off to the side for now. I'm just going to tent up onto my fingertips. I'll take an inhale, draw my heart forward, and then exhale, walk back. 3 more breaths in stillness or with movement. The next time you rock forward into your lunge, plant your hand down, your left hand down on the earth right inside your right foot, and sweep your right arm to the sky. Find a twist. Try to stack your right shoulder over your left. Reach energetically through your right fingertips. And stay just as you are, or to add in some strength and balancing, tuck your left toes, send your left heel back, engage your left quad. Bring your right hand down to the earth, framing your right foot. If your left knee was grounded, tuck your toes and lift your knee. Meet us here in a runner's lunge. And then gaze forward of your right big toe. Step your left foot up to meet the right. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. Take an inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Bring your right hand to your left wrist. Take hold of your left wrist and then draw your body up over to the right. Take an inhale, come through center. Exhale, left hand to right wrist. Bend in the opposite direction. And then inhale, rise through center. Exhale, hands release. Find an interlace to your lower back. Knuckles toward the earth, heart shines through, lift up through your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, soften your knees, begin hinging forward down over your legs. Draw your ribs towards your thighs, let your head hang heavy. Hands drop back, up and overhead. Release your hands down toward the mat or bring your hands to the front of your shins, lift halfway up. Fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step your feet back. So an option to come right into child's posture, right into downward dog, or shift your weight forward, lower in your own way, halfway down or to your belly. Inhale through cobra or up dog, and exhale into child's or down dog. You've made your way to down dog. Bring your shins to the earth. Meet us in child. We'll rise up through table. Walk the hands in. And this time step the left foot forward into a low lunge. Your foot plants, your arms reach high overhead. Find the stacking of your joints. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slow release. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Find your props or the ground. Maybe your fingertips. Take an inhale, draw your heart forward, lift up through your gaze. Exhale to walk your way back. And inhale, shift forward. And exhale, press back. Forward. And back. Making your way forward, bend through your left knee, plant your right hand, sweep your left arm to the sky. Take your gaze up towards your left hand, stay as you are, or tuck your right toes, lift up through your right knee. One more breath in here. Exhale, left hand down, frames your left foot, gaze between your hands, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. We all meet in runners. Step your right foot forward to meet left. Halfway up, fold, rise all the way up, and exhale your hands to your heart. We'll come into mountain posture standing. And we'll make our way into tree posture, a standing balance. So for this, I always like to begin with my hands actually at my hips. It helps me to find a steady place. I always like to look down at my feet and decide which one is right and which one is left. So right foot is going to stay planted firmly. To begin, you'll rise up to the ball of your left foot. So your left knee is directed forward at first, and then begin to open up through your hip. Let your knee be directed off to the side, and then bring the arch of your foot in toward your ankle bone. So this may be where you stay for today. Or you might see what it's like to slide your foot up, press your foot into your calf, and then press your calf into your foot. If you feel open through your hips, you might see what it's like with the assistance of your hand to draw the sole of your foot up toward your inner thigh. The place you'll want to avoid is your knee, because what you're doing as you're balancing is pressing the foot into the thigh, pressing thigh into foot. Your knee doesn't like that pressure. So maybe from here you draw your hands to heart center. Always an option to reach your arms up to the sky, grow branches. It will feel helpful to look at the ground. Find your drishti, one steady focal point. And of course, to be with your breath. And if you wobble or shake or fall out completely, congratulations, you are human. Just use it as an opportunity to come back into the shade. If you'd like, keep your body still. Take your arms side to side. And then if you really want to challenge your balance, see what happens when you close your eyes. It always invites in like those hurricane force winds. Whew. But it gives you a place to expand and to grow. So whenever this feels complete for you, we'll meet with both feet on the ground. Just shake it out. Let it go. And then we'll switch over to the other side. Your left foot stays rooted. Remember, this side might feel different from the other. It might look different. You might find a different expression of the posture. So foot to ankle bone, foot to inner calf, or foot to thigh. And press your foot into the leg firmly. Bring your hands to heart center. Stay or reach your arms high. See, I'm a little more wobbly over here. Take your arms right and left, if you like that option on the other side. And then if you did enjoy the option of closing your eyes, go ahead and do that here too. And retrace the steps that you took to come out of the posture. And then we'll meet with both feet on the ground. Beautiful. Keep your hands connected at your heart center. Heel toe your feet out so that they are at the width of your mat. Heels in slightly, toes directed out. We'll find our way into Malasana, a squat, also called garland pose. So bend deeply through your knees. Let your sit bones draw toward the earth. And this is a really nice place to incorporate in props. If you have blocks, you can place one block right beneath your sit bones or two blocks at their lowest setting stacked. Will provide a great amount of support. You have the option, if you have pillows, to bring them underneath of you to come to rest on the pillows. And so the idea here is that you're still active, whether your body is resting on a prop for support or not. You're still drawing the pelvic floor up and in. You're still engaging through your core, and you're still pressing your triceps to your inner thighs to help increase the external rotation through your hip. Wherever you are, try to close your eyes. Draw your thumbs into heart center and find 3 deep fluid breaths. creating ease in your body in line amongst perhaps discomfort that you're feeling in your physical body. And then release your hands down to the mat. Press into your hands and your feet. Rise up into a standing forward fold. Kind of shake out side to side. Allow your knees to track over your toes. This should feel really nice. And we'll make our way onto our seat. So if you'd like, you can find your way right there, or you can take yourself through one final flow using an inhale to lift halfway. And exhale to plant your hands, step your feet back, and lower down to the mat. An inhale draws your heart up, cobra or up dog. Exhale into child or down dog. We'll meet in table. And just swing your legs off over to the side. Extend them nice and long. We'll find a seated forward fold. Just as we started the practice, or did fairly early on in the practice, you may notice a difference, a change in how this posture feels and the depth you're able to find in your physical body. To meet with arms reaching high overhead. And then exhale to hinge forward, fold down over your leg. So you can always bring your hands outside of your legs. You can take hold of your calves, your ankles, your feet. And together we'll move through 3 breaths. So you can remain still for these breaths, or if you'd like, on your inhale, lift up halfway. Try to lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, try to hinge forward, fold a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Allow your next inhale to guide you up, reach out through your arms. Exhale, allow your hands to fall down by your side. Scoot your way forward onto your mat. Bend through your knees and plant the soles of feet to the earth. Bring your hands down behind you, palms to the ground, fingertips towards your toes, and knock your knees right and left. And then with your feet firmly planted, bring your hands to the front of your shins, or reach actively through your fingertips, and then slowly lower down to your mat to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to keep your feet on the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders, head, and neck rest flat to the earth. Bring your hands down by your sides. Walk your feet in, and I will guide you through 1 round of back bend bridge pose. Pressing into your feet, forearms, and hands. Lift up through your hips. Drive your heels into the earth. Maybe interlace your hands at your lower back. Roll each shoulder underneath of your body. Really engage through your quads at the front of your thighs. Think of lifting up not only through your hips, but through your heart as well. Find the breath here. 3 rounds in and out. 2. 1. Release your arms. Rise up to your tippy toes and then slowly lower from top to bottom of your spine. Take your knees left and right. And then for a reclined pigeon or figure 4, keep your left foot planted on the earth. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Draw your right knee forward. An option to stay just as you are, receiving the stretch through your right hip, or if you'd like, draw your left knee up and into your chest. Interlace your right arm through the figure four of your legs, left arm reaching outside of your thigh. Hands connect at the back of left thigh, and then draw your right shin in towards your chest with the assistance of your hands and your left thigh. Release your left foot down to the mat. Step your right foot down to meet the left, and then knock your knees left and right. And then left side. Right foot plants, left ankle crosses on top of right. Stay, or draw your right thigh into your chest. Ooh, left side is a little tighter in my body. So you might find the same, or you might find maybe some more space on this side. Just notice if you're feeling something different from the first time around. Know that that's normal. There's always some subtle or maybe really apparent imbalances or difference between left and right side. Just honor where you need to be right here. Try and be present, not just with the feelings and sensations that are coming up in your physical body, but how this is impacting your emotional state. Whatever you're feeling physically, emotionally, try to use your breath to create ease, to create feelings of security and safety. And an overall sense of calm. Release your right foot down to the earth, left foot to meet right. Knees can rock side to side. And then we'll find happy baby one more time. Knees up into the chest. Hands to the front of your shins. Give yourself a little squeeze at first. And then flex your soles of feet up toward the ceiling. Reach your hands to the outer edge of the feet, or the ankles, or the calves. And then just rock side to side. It might feel nice to extend one leg at a time. Or just remain still. And then hugging your knees into your chest. Wrap yourself up. Give yourself a great big squeeze. And then begin to settle into your final resting posture, Shavasana. If anything needs to come before that, please take these last few moments to find any final shapes that your body wants or needs. Or if your body's feeling ready, come into rest just as I have. Close your eyes or allow your eyes to return to that soft gaze or spot on the ceiling above you. Begin to allow your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm. Allow your rate of breath to be similar to what your breath is like just before you fall asleep at night. Notice the places in your body, the points of contact that are connected to the earth. Feel a sense of heaviness through these points of contact. if there were roots growing between your body into the earth. Grounding you, holding you here. Notice the parts of your body that are exposed to the cool or warm air. Notice how the air feels against these areas of your flesh. Feel a sense of lightness through these parts of your body. And then draw your awareness into the tips of your toes. Notice any sensation or lack of sensation in your feet. If there's any engagement or anything that you're still holding on to that you can feel in your feet, let it go. And then draw this same awareness up your body, into your ankles, your shins, your knees, and relax. Your thighs, your hamstring, and your hips. Let go. Your belly, your ribs, your chest, and your shoulders. Relax. Arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. Relax. Neck, chin, cheek, and jaw. Let go. Eyelids, ears, forehead, and crown. Soften, relax, and let go. Notice how you're feeling now. Check in with you. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sweet sigh out of your mouth. Remain in rest for as long as you want or need. Or begin to wake back up into your body, wiggling hands and fingers, feet and ankles, reaching arms long, pointing through toes, big, long body stretch. Knees into your chest, wrap yourself up and rock over to your right or your left, or forward and back to find your way up to your seat. We'll meet in Sukhasana, hands at your thigh, or hands at heart center. Close your eyes, bow your forehead toward your fingertips, honoring and offering gratitude towards your practice and towards yourself. Take a deep breath in. Long sigh out. The light within me sees and honors and respects the light within each of you. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you, yogis, for joining me in the practice of yoga today. I hope that